Alright, I'm going to play my new passion here. Thanks to Sam Goldowitz for putting a little pickup in it, so I can make more noise with this little thing. Sand in my shoe, wind in my sail, sun on my back, got the wool by the tail. Wished on a star, call coming true. Time on my hand, you by my side, sand in my shoe. Like a motion of a ship on the ocean, keep it rolling along. People said that we would never stay together, well, sure I'm glad they were wrong. Sand in my shoe, wind in my sail, sun on my back, got the wool by the tail. Wished on a star, and it's all coming true. Time on my hands, you by my side, sand in my shoe. Sat on the shore, let the cold wind blow. When the weather finally started getting better, well, I knew just what to do. Sand in my shoe, wind in my sail, sun on my back, got the wool by the tail. Wished on a star, it's all coming true. Time on my hand, you by my side, sand in my shoe. I could show the world how to smile, be glad all the while. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. I could leave my old ways behind, leave all my power, I don't mind. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. I could climb that snow-capped mountain, I could swim that dirty old sea, I could cross that burning desert if I had you next to me. I could leave the king girl and crown, rich or poor, over now. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. I could leave my old ways behind, leave all my power, I don't mind. We could start our life anew if I had you. I don't have a song list written on this. I just must remember what to play. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama rocked me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. It was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. Oh, when them cotton first song I ever wrote on the ukulele. As a matter of fact, it was the first day I ever had the ukulele tuned up. And there sitting in front of me were Elin Bodie and his cousin Crosby. And sitting there in a little bouncy chair. And it was just kind of like they sang this song to me. I just wrote it right down and couldn't forget it. Maybe I'll play it and see. Well, I've been a little kid most of my life. Don't worry about a thing, no wars and strife. Daddy picks me up when I bump my nose, and Grandma come along, give me clothes. Well, it's a pretty good life. I wouldn't change a thing. It's a pretty good life. That's why I sing. I keep watching other people, all the things they do. See the birds all flying in the sky blue. Dogs chase a ball like they're running a race. Sometimes they come along and lick my face. Well, it's a pretty good life. Wouldn't change a thing. Well, it's a pretty good life. Swinging on my swing. People tell me that I'm a big boy. I'm mama's love and daddy's joy. Seems like the whole world's made for me. I guess I'll have to wait and see. But it's a pretty good life. I wouldn't change a thing. It's a pretty good life. That's why I sing. Guess I'll grow up bigger someday. I'll get to go to school and learn to play. Get to ride my bike, climb up trees. Won't worry about crying if I skin my knees. It's a pretty good life. Wouldn't change a thing. It's a pretty good life. Like a bird on a wing. Might grow up to be daddy someday with a loving wife, my own kids to play, get to teach him everything I learned along the way. I know he'll learn to sing and say that it's a pretty good life. Wouldn't change a thing. It's a pretty good life. That's why I sing. Now I get to thinking about all these things, how the world keeps spinning, what goodness brings, how life keeps growing and the sun shines down on a little old man. My little town is a pretty good life. I wouldn't change a thing. It's a pretty good life. That's why I sing. It's a pretty good life. You just wait and see. Well, it's a pretty good life, and it's a one for me. It's a pretty good life. Okay. How about this? How about this one? This doesn't even need an amplifier. This is for all the people who just love ukuleles and banjos. Nah. Aren't too many people who love ukuleles and banjos. How about rattlesnakes for breakfast? If I had my druthers, well, I'd tell you what I'd do. Quit my job next payday and put on my walking shoes. play banjo in the morning and swim in the afternoon. Go camping every weekend, howl up at the moon. And I'd have rattlesnakes for breakfast, sugar in my stew, whiskey in my coffee, and a dream to hold on to. A billion stars above me to count before I sleep. Rattlesnakes for breakfast and a dream that I can keep. Well, I climb up the Sierras and not be scared to fall, riding back around town in my cap and overall. Well, I'd listen to the wind and I'd learn to sing along. Not a soul around me tell me that I'm wrong. And I'd have rattlesnakes for breakfast, sugar in my stew, whiskey in my coffee, and a dream to hold on to. A billion stars above me to count before I sleep. Rattlesnake for breakfast and a dream that I can keep. Oh, to wake up on that morning when the sun comes breaking through, the thunder clouds of yesterday into the sky blue. Soar just like an eagle when it finally learns to fly. Cry just like a baby, never question why. And I'd have rattlesnakes for breakfast, sugar in my stew, whiskey in my coffee, and a dream to hold on to. A billion stars above me to count before I sleep. Rattlesnakes for breakfast and a dream that I can keep. Rattlesnakes for breakfast and a dream that I can keep. Paul Sanchez song. Here's a Guy Clark song. Guy Clark, he was passed on to the great out there this year. Left us here to sing his songs. I got an old blue shirt, fits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so wear it all the time. I got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. I got an old pair of boots and they fit just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. I got an old used car, runs just like a top. I get the feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I got a pretty good friend who's seen me in my worst. He don't know if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. The woman I love, she's crazy, paints like God. She got a playground sense of justice, she don't take odds. I got a tattoo of her name wrapped through my soul. Think that everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up.